Very good evening to all my dear students. Welcome to my e-learning class. This is Professor Arun Reddy. In today's class, we would like to discuss the goods and service tax syllabus, mainly specifically BCom 5th semester. Okay, so let us go through first introduction of GST. First they are asking as a introduction of GST ಅಂತ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So in that introduction of GST, they mention as present indirect tax structure. What are the present indirect tax which are still available in India? So mainly we can say custom duty, VAT, excise. These are all some indirect tax which still available in India. Next they are asking as a problem of indirect tax, and this is one of the important question in relation with GST ಅಂತ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. What are those problems which mainly we can see? For example, cascading effect is one of the biggest problem. Multi-level of tax is one of the biggest problem. So these are all which we discuss in this. Okay, ಸದ್ಯದ ಪರೋಕ್ಷ ತೆರಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ? ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು, ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, and this is one of the important question. Next they are asking need for introduction of GST, and this is also the long question. Need means why the GST has come to India, that we can discuss in need for introduction of GST. In what sense the government of India is supposed to introduce the GST in India, that we studied in need for introduction of GST. Next they are asking definition and meaning of GST. When the definition is asked, you are supposed to write according to name, author name, which we have supposed to write. Author name you can write, and then meaning definition which we have already discussed. In next they given as a commodities which is kept outside the GST, and this is one of the important point in unit number 1. What are those commodities which are kept outside the GST? For example, mainly petroleum is the one commodity which is kept outside the GST. Alcohol is the one commodity which is kept outside the GST, like that. So some commodities which is come outside the GST means GST is not imposed. Instead of that, state government will decide how much tax is imposed on those commodities. So that purely authority in the hand of state governments. So that one will discuss it first unit. Next question, other indirect tax continue after GST, means after GST or post GST, what are those commodities still available in India, that we'll discuss in here. Next point is dual model of GST, and this is a very important point. What are the dual model of GST? Here CGST might come, SGST might come, and IGST also come. So like that various tax structure is available in this point. Next they can ask IGST and its features. IGST is asked in a two way, means what are those features of IGST? Integrated goods and service tax. IGST indicate integrated goods and service tax, and it is also considered as a interstate. It is also known as a interstate goods and service tax. So that we can discuss. In second chapter, see what is they ask? Extent and definitions of GST. In second unit they are asking extent and definitions of GST. Mainly they are asking here scope of GST. This might come for 5 months. Scope of GST might come for 5 months. And then definition, these are all very important points. Here actionable claim, first point is actionable claim, address of delivery, address of record, adjudicating authority, agent, aggregate turnover, agriculture, agriculturist, appointed day, assessment. These are all question might be come for 5 marks, or write a short note on agent, write a short note on address of delivery, like that they might ask. So in this chapter the definition is asked. So suppose you are explain the all definitions. For example, one question is there here, that is address of delivery. What is that address of delivery? Mainly address of a recipient to whom the supplier is supposed to supply the goods and service. Here also one point, agent means middleman. You can write the middleman. Agriculture means it is an activity which is engaged with the help of land. Agriculturist is a person who is involved in crop, land, like that. And one of the important question is appointed day. In this chapter, the one of the important question is appointed day. What is that appointed day? The day at which GST has come into picture. GST has come into picture. That is 1st July 2017. That is called as appointed day anta navali karitu. Idu second unit. And in case of third unit, what are they asking? Exemptions from GST. Purely what are those commodities which is exempted from goods and service tax? They might be asked in third unit. Here the meaning of exemption is asked. Exempted supplies, out of scope suppliers. In that, unregistered business, deemed business, government departments, and that merit based exemption and technical based exemptions. In that, immovable property, financial service. What this chapter mainly concentrate? Mainly concentrate this chapter the commodities which is not taxable, that is called exempted, which go outside the GST. Means GST cannot be charged on those commodities. That commodities are considered as a exemption anta navali kariತೀವಿ. For example, ನೀವು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಲಿತೀರಿ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಈಸ್ exemption under section 10 and subsection 1 anta. Means here the tax is not charged by an agriculture income. Similarly, some service or some works are not charged taxable under the authority. Those are called as a exemption. It means simply the tax is not imposed on such a commodity is considered as a exemption anta navali kariತೀವಿ. So each chapter kuda important. And coming to the fourth unit, what they are asking? Registration process of GST. Registration process in GST. The word itself indicates that it is a very important point. This question might be asked in a case study. Case study question is. Case study ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ you are suppose a new dealer, how you are supposed to register your business under GST authority. That question might be asked. So in that registration, what they are concentrate? Meaning of a registration, types of a registration. For example, compulsory registration is there here, and casual dealers are there. Then non-resident dealers are there. There are so many types of dealers which we seen in this chapter. In simple word, we can concentrate. Registration means enrollment of a business. Registration means enrollment of a business, where you are supposed to enroll with GST authority. With GST authority, you can enroll your business. That is considered as a registration. Now the question is arise when you are going to register your business. In simple word, we can say when your aggregate turnover cross the limit, then you go for registration. That is in another condition. Registration ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ condition ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ ಅವರು. Condition ಏನಂದ್ರೆ it may be in relation with goods. How much is now 40 lakh. If your turnover cross 40 lakh, you have to go for registration. If it is a service, 20 lakh. It is in general states. These are all in general states. In some special category states, it is 20 lakh. And some union territories also 20 lakh. These are all conditions in relation with registration process. This is a fourth unit. And coming to the last, in that fourth unit, some are there: blacklisted dealer, surrender of registration, cancellation of registration. These are all questions come for 5 marks. Okay, why the person surrender his registration, or simply why the person registration got cancelled. These are all which we discuss in fourth unit. Coming to the last unit, that is supply of goods and service. Here they might ask meaning of supply, conditions of supply of goods and service. In syllabus they are given as first meaning of supply of goods, meaning of supply of service, conditions for taxability of supply of goods and service, places of supply of goods and service, and this is one of the important question. Principles of GST and its rules. These are all points which we can say. Why? What is the supply of goods and service? The goods is delivered to the parties, that may comes under supply of goods and service. Here there are so many technical aspects. Might ask, what are the conditions to supply the goods and service? I might ask. This is all about GST syllabus of 5th sem. In all these 5th sem, this is a syllabus. In this syllabus, we can say some questions are definitely very important. I will tell what are those at the beginning only. First question, you are concentrating on present indirect tax problem. First question is present indirect tax problem. This is one of the important question. You might note down in your book as well. First question is present indirect tax problem. The second question might ask need of GST. This is a long question. I am telling. Second question is need of GST. This is also a long question in case of first unit. In case of first unit, the two questions are really important. One is problem and the second one is need of GST. Coming to the second unit, in lengthy question, they might ask write a short note. Write a short note on adjudicating authority, agent, aggregate turnover, appointed day. So they might ask short note of all the definitions. And coming to the third, types of exemption, they might ask types of exemption. This question is very important. Merit based exemption and technical based exemption. That is also for lengthy question for 15 marks. And in fourth unit, the straight away question is process of registration, and this is one of the important question in fourth unit, process of registration. Coming to the fifth unit, principles of supply of goods and service. This is one of the important question in fifth unit. Principles of supply of goods and service. These are all main important questions might be asked in the examination. Coming to the short questions, means as a 5 marks question, we can say write a note on casual dealer. This is also one of the important question. And second question is dual model of GST. Dual model of GST. And the third question might be asked features of IGST. Features of IGST. Next question might become what are the commodity kept outside the GST? What are the commodity kept outside the GST? So these are all some questions in relation with syllabus. In next class, we'll start the syllabi of GST first. Thank you for watching my video. We'll see in next class. Thank you. Please do subscribe and share my video. Thank you.